Hi, Motion Folk. I'm Sabrina Cheney.
And I'm Penny Niederlander.
And you've tuned into NoGraph, the motion graphics podcast where motion graphics is all but forbidden as a topic of conversation.
The idea is we're all familiar with the social media peer pressure that there's always a new program to learn,
a new style to master,
endless tutorials and presentations to catch up on,
Slacks and Discords to join.
But we have this little theory that what really makes our work interesting is what people bring to it from outside our normal circles.
So here at NoGraph, we push all that aside and block out the noise and the pressure.
Every week we'll have a special industry guest on, and we'll just talk hobbies and passions and whatever they love to do when they're not at their desk. And at the end of every episode, we'll turn the mic over to our new friend, and they'll have a couple minutes to tie it all in.
This is a podcast about our industry from the standpoint of a sustainable lifestyle and an ever-deepening well of inspiration.
Thanks for joining, and let's go.
This week we have Eniola Odetunde. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you all?
Also doing well. Enjoying the summer. Hot.
Yeah, I sweat my ass off in Texas. How about y'all?
Oh, hold on, wait. Where in Texas?
Austin.
Oh, cool. Hold on, wait. Sabrina, you're also from Texas, right?
I am, yeah. I'm from Houston.
You're from Houston, yeah, because I'm from outside of Houston, too. So that's why okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're all Southerners here.
Yep. Well, is Texas really Southern? Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah.
It's Texas is Texas.
It's like its own ecosystem.
Pretty much.
Cool. So Eniola, we've met a little bit through Panimation. You're just now meeting Penny, which is very cool. But can you tell our audience a little bit more about yourself and the kind of work that you do?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. My name's Eniola. I am an art director, graphic designer, and illustrator. I predominantly work in the commercial space. What have I been doing recently? Well, so my most recent job was working as an art director at Spotify for their podcast section.
Cool.
So we designed all of the, graphics and things like that. And then I've done things like editorial illustrations, branding illustrations. I'm trying to think of what and then now I'm slowly branching into doing like film graphics and TV graphics and stuff. So that's been
awesome.
Oh, that's a really cool trajectory.
Yeah. That's so cool. And now we're not going to talk about any of that.
That's okay.
We're going to transition into our no work talk. So when you're not doing all these wide variety of motion graphics related projects, what are you doing?
What am I doing? So, so before we started, I was saying how I just got back into New York. So in October, I left the country and more or less moved to, a bunch of places. But I spent 6 months in Bogota, Colombia, and then like 2 months in Santiago, and then like a month and a half in Europe. And so most of the time when I was in South America, I was taking Spanish classes, which were really fun. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a cool trip.
Yeah, it's been cool. I enjoyed a lot of it, yeah.
Were those Spanish classes a full immersion thing, or were you taking lessons? Oh,
no, full
you
immersion.
went hard mode.
Yeah, but so this is the thing. Like back in high school, we had to pick a language, and I picked Spanish because Texas, it made sense.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, and so like off and on, I've been learning Spanish, but because I had a lot of time, I was like, it'd be really cool. I would love to do like an immersion in a Spanish language, like a culture.
Yeah, Spanish-speaking country.
Yeah, and I've always really liked Bogota. Like that was my 4th or 5th time visiting it, so I've always really enjoyed it. So it's like, why not? I can do it this time, so I did it. Yeah, it's been fun.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. I wish that I'd thought to learn Spanish before I went to Colombia.
Oh yeah.
I was there for like 4 or 5 days for a roller derby thing, and I showed up in the middle of the night in Pereira, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah. How hard was it to like maneuver your way around?
Once we got picked up by our hosts, much easier. But by myself, like
no.
I can kind of understand what I read, but when I'm trying to talk to people, I can't.
No, So my sister, one of my sisters is really, really good at languages. She knows like 5 or 6. And we always joke about how we can have really in-depth, like hard conversations in a language, but as soon as you get us in like a taxi where someone's like, "Hey, where do you want to go?" I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I can't help you. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say any of this. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're like, yo quiero la
Yo,
biblioteca.
checa, ahora, por favor.
Yeah.
De nada, de nada.
De nada.
So by the end, did you feel like you picked it up? Like,
I think so. So I started off at okay, so the school that I went to has beginners, like you've never done it before, up until C1. And so I started off in like intermediate, like B1. And then by the time I left the school, I was taking classes in C2. So I got pretty close to the end. And then now when I come back, it depends. It takes me a little bit of time to get into conversation, but hopefully it's still there. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the kind of thing that, I mean, it takes practice to keep up, but I think when you hear it again, it sparks, you know.
Hopefully, yeah.
I also think now you have the ability, like when you're watching shows and you could change the dub and you could
Yeah.
see what a show sounds like in Spanish.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because I started noticing that some of the dubs, like I would switch the dub for an English show to Spanish, and then I'd be like, this isn't translated remotely right, because they're missing all of the little subtle jokes and everything. And then I thought, how many jokes am I missing when I'm watching a Spanish language show? Must be missing so many. So
Yeah, definitely.
they probably
Yeah.
just fed it into Google Translate.
probably,
You know?
yeah.
Well, if you ever need a backup, now you can be like, like, let me improve your shows.
Pretty
Your
much.
jokes are not cutting it. Let me
They're
help
not
you.
missing it.
Not
They're
landing.
missing the point.
So out of all the countries that you visited, is there a favorite? I mean, if you say you've visited Bogota that many times, then I assume that's a pretty high on your
Yeah,
list.
it is a pretty high one. I really, really like that place. So I don't like heat, and Bogota, more or less, is on a mountain, and it's pretty much almost always like in mid 60s. So like
Oh, that's
for
lovely.
me, it's perfect, and it's got all these mountains around and all this greenery. So yeah, for me, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, love it. Have you always been a traveler?
I guess technically, yeah. Well, so I wasn't born in the States, so I guess technically I've always been a traveler. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
That's fair, yeah.
yeah, and a lot of my family lives all over the world, so I guess to be able to see my family, I have to travel.
Yeah, okay. So not necessarily like wandering spirit or I mean a little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah. I do. I
Yeah.
do like to travel. I like to get to meet different people, try out different places, different foods, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when I went to Colombia, so like I was brought down with someone else to teach a roller derby classes for the league down there. So the league flew us down, and then they took us. Every restaurant they took us to was like they took us to a American 50s diner, and they took us to an Irish pub or an English pub or something.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
like by night 3, I was like, so do you think we could get Colombian food? Do you think
Yeah.
we could like get something that's not trying to be what we just came from?
Uh-huh. They're like, oh well, but they don't like it. We'll just get them something they're used to because they're
Yeah.
trying. And they're like, no, I really want Colombian, and I love Colombian food. So I'd be like, please, Colombian food. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like all my friends, whenever I visit LA, half my friends will be like, hey, I'm going to take you to Home State, which is an Austin, Texas themed restaurant in LA.
Oh,
And I'm like,
interesting. Okay.
stop taking me here. I get breakfast tacos at home. I'm here
Yeah.
for California tacos. Come on.
Yeah, for other
Mhm.
things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But traveling for food is my prime.
I mean, I next place I would really like to do, except I need a lot more planning, is Vietnam because I think it
Ooh.
would be really cool, and I also really love Vietnamese food. So next
Mm-hmm.
one. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think the natural beauty of Vietnam would be really fun to explore.
Yeah.
Very, very different, you know?
Mhm.
Like that would be very cool, especially if you're saying you like greenery and forest and mountains. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's your vibe.
Yeah, all the pictures I've seen, I'm like, oh, I would love to do this, but I need to actually put some effort into planning as opposed to just what I've been doing, where it's like, okay, my passport's taken here, I got an Airbnb or someplace to stay. Okay, pack my stuff up and let's go. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you, like, I feel like there's two modes of travel. There's just kind of like jumping in and figuring it out from there, and there's the pre-planning and finding out exactly what you want to do and when and whatnot. Where do you fall on that spectrum?
Mm, For me to feel comfortable traveling, usually if I can figure out transportation, let's see, what transportation, where I'm gonna stay, and then like how I'm gonna get from the airport and like basic stuff like does my card work? That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. I don't normally plan like actual activities unless, so for when I was in South America, I used to book the school in advance, but only like a week, honestly. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. I wanted to do it earlier, and they were like, "Nah, you can show up a week before. It's fine." So,
Wow.
yeah,
That's very nice of them.
yeah, they were very, very lax, so it was great.
That's really
That's
cool.
right. Are you going to try to do immersion language learning in Vietnam?
Oh, I never thought about that. I don't know. It depends on how much time I have.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Was that part of like a big vacation you had set out for yourself in advance? Like, did you have it in mind early that you were like going to spend a few months traveling?
No, so originally, so there's this bilingual teachers program in Spain that I did like a long time ago when I graduated college, and I was gonna do it again because, well, job stuff and stuff wasn't really working out. And I was like, you know what? New York is expensive. I like it, but like, I've got time. Let's figure out something else to do. And that didn't work out. But I got some really good advice from my sister, and she had recommended, like, hey, what do you actually want to do? And I was like, I want to do a language immersion and I want to get better at Spanish. And she's like, well, but you like Colombia, you could do it there. And so that's why I ended up doing that instead. Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, it was really good advice. So yeah, that's why I ended up doing Colombia, and then our I think the visa that we have is 6 months, so that's why I stayed there, and then I went to other places as well. Yeah.
Very cool. Is your sister your only sibling?
No, I have 3 sisters.
Oh my gosh, all sisters.
Yeah, all sisters, all women in my family. Yeah.
What's that like? Because I'm an only child, so I have
Oh,
no
really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very normal for me. I've never thought about it. It's nice because we all are really good at different things, and so like you can call one person to ask for advice on this, and you can call another person, and then we all genuinely get along and like each other, so then that works out too. But yeah, it works out. Yeah, but I guess like I said, that's all I've ever known. So
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that. Do you travel with your family too?
Not so much, but we do a lot of traveling to see one another. So like I saw my sister in Berlin, and then I live with my sister in New York, so that's one. And then the other one in Seattle. Sometimes I go and see her, or she'll come to New York for work, so we'll see each other a lot.
Yeah, y'all scattered.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all over. Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yeah. It's a globe-trotting family.
Yeah, we really are.
I have 3 brothers. Well, technically
nice.
a 4th one that I've discovered, and another 5th one that I don't talk to anymore. Whatever. But different story. But the 4 of us, like, we kind of also went off, like, different parts of the country, and I have one of those brothers that knows multiple languages. Like speaks a ton of Slavic languages. It's his passion.
Oh, cool.
And kind of a big part of it is like how we were raised. Like we were never raised like super duper close with our parents, I guess. It was kind of like, all right, I'm leaving the state. Okay, have fun.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, my brother referred to it as we're sea turtles. We're a sea turtle family.
Okay,
Like,
I get that.
Mom had us, and then we just
And then you just kind of
into the sea, and then
interesting. Oh, that's great. I know.
Yeah.
So because I was born in a different country, and because my mom like emigrated over here, I think she was never one of those parents who was like, okay, so you're only allowed to go, I don't know, 50 miles or something like that, because she came from a place that was really far away. So she's like, wherever you want to go, it's cool with us. Like, we're fine with it. So yeah, we
That's
all just
awesome.
kind
Yeah.
of spread out.
Yeah, I remember growing up in Texas, that was very rare because my mom is the same and she's also an immigrant. And so
Mhm.
when it was time to go to college, she's just kind of like, wherever you want to go,
Yeah,
it's fine. And I was
let's
like,
just
great,
go.
because I'm not staying here. Because I wanted to study animation. And it's like, I don't know, unless you're going to UT Austin, I think they have a good 3D animation program, but I didn't want to do 3D. So I'm like, okay, I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah.
And at the time in my high school, a lot of the other kids and their parents would be like, "You're letting her go so far away?"
Yeah.
And like shocked.
Yeah.
But no, that's real. Like a lot of parents don't want to see their kids leave very far away, but I'm also just like, I don't know. It's the way of the world.
Yeah.
And it's not like you leave and never see your mom again.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna visit.
I will. We also started, we started during the pandemic, like a family call. And so now every 2 weeks we have a family catch up. So I actually see my family a lot more than probably a lot of people because I see them every two
Oh,
weeks
that's
at least.
cool. I
Yeah.
like that you kept it up because I think a
Yeah.
lot of people were like, okay, I'm over this.
No, we kept it up every 2 weeks.
Mm.
If I have to do a Zoom with my family one more time, no. Yeah. I think we did like our family did like 3.
Oh,
And then
really?
it was like we just faded off.
And then stop. No, I get
Can't be
it.
bothered.
Mhm. Well, I caught myself. I was going to say something work related, like with the Zoom calling, and I'm not going to do that.
I'm not.
Yeah, I see Penny's looking like, girl.
I
No
was
work.
looking for the thing.
No, we're
You better not. Cool. So when you're not traveling and now you're like back in your home base,
Mhm.
are there any other hobbies that you like doing on your own?
Yeah, so I recently took up diving, like platform springboard diving.
Tell us about that.
Yes,
Yeah,
please
Cool.
do.
yeah. Okay,
That sounds
so
terrifying.
it's it is a little bit, but so every Olympics, I love diving, and every Olympics I would watch them, and I was like, this is so beautiful. I've always wanted to do it. And back when I was like a freshman in college, I had the opportunity to do it, but I decided for like legit reasons, but like reasons I've grown past now that I didn't want to do it in college. So now that I'm able to do it and New York has one, I've been doing them. So every Saturday I trek all the way up to like, what was it, Upper West Side or something like that, wherever they have that like Olympic diving pool. And then yeah, we have a coach, and every time we just do some dives, and he's really lax, so it's cool. He's just like, what would you like to try today? And then he'll correct us on how to improve our dives and get better and things. So I've done like a front dive off the basic pool, and then I did a front dive off I think it's like the small one, the 1 meter one. So I've
Mm-hmm.
done like one or two of those. So that was
So you
fun.
haven't
Yeah.
you haven't done the like
The super
No,
high up.
2 stories up whatever
no, I
craziness.
haven't. But back in college, you know what? It's not her fault. But back in college, the first day, she had me climb up on that, and I jumped off, and I'd never dived before, and so I did a belly flop into it.
No.
Yeah, and so I
Oh,
decided, no, this isn't for me. But so I haven't made it up there yet. I'll get there, hopefully. I'll get
yeah.
there.
Yeah, ease up, ease up.
Ease up.
He
Yeah,
literally threw you in the deep end.
pretty much. Exactly. Yes,
I can't
exactly.
believe that. I have a funny story with sort of relating to diving. I used to go to the summer camp that was in this big athletic center, and they had like an indoor pool, outdoor pool, diving platform. It was really a cool place. And they would, like at my summer camp, they would kind of like rotate where you would be for the day. So it's like maybe one day we're in this pool and then another day we're in the diving platform. So we'd kind of like visit each one. And I love the diving platform, and I always wanted to go really high up. The highest I got was like I think typically there are 3 platforms, and I was in the middle one.
Oh, nice.
And even then, like, they just had one rule. If you go up there, you can't come back down. They're like,
no.
you will not come back. You have to jump if you're going to do that.
Oh no.
And I just, like, it took me everything. I was like, wait a minute, are you positive that I can't come back down? Like, when you're up there, it does seem, like, freakishly far away. I can't
It
believe
does.
the Olympic divers are all the way up at the top. I can't imagine.
I
But
don't know.
I guess that's why, you know, you probably have a lot of cliff divers that they're like, this is nothing. I've jumped
Yeah.
off the mountain before. It's no
Yeah.
problem. But little me, I'm sitting there like, and I just went like a pencil and went.
And just went in, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. But that same athletic center actually was, it was also like Olympic level pools and stuff. And I know Laura Wilkinson used to
Oh yeah.
train there, which
Oh cool.
is crazy.
Yeah.
I never saw her myself, but that was like a fun fact. The story has a sad ending though, because that facility ended up, I guess, real estate property. People sold it, and then it was bought out, completely paved over, and now there's like apartments on it, which is crazy.
Aw.
I'm like, my summer memories have been paved over.
Oh no.
But I know that I was at the diving pool where Laurel Wilkinson trained.
If you
That's
live
my
long
love.
enough these days, a beloved thing will become apartments in this country.
Honestly.
Yeah.
For real.
But they have so much space, you think they could go somewhere else.
That's what I like. Why not build around it and have that be your big amenity? Because it wasn't like decrepit. It was a nice athletic center, but oh
Yeah.
well. I don't even live there anymore, so it's their problem. But for diving in New York, I did see. So I went to like a fireworks show for 4th of July in Astoria, and I walked past. There's this big swimming recreation complex, and they have a diving platform as well. But oh, now that I think about it, I don't know if it was. Oh, sorry, my memory is coming back to me, and I think they had also covered where there used to be a diving pool, and now it's like beach chairs and stuff. But they kept the
interesting.
platform as maybe
Okay.
decoration or something. So
Aw.
I take it back. I'm wrong.
I don't
I
know.
just realized as I was saying it out loud. But either way, you found your spot, and that is
Yeah.
so interesting.
There are not that many
And
of them apparently. And you would think in a city like New York there would be more, but they're not.
I know. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I just think it's really cool. I'm glad that. I was gonna say, like, it's very brave. It's a very brave activity.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever learned how to dive.
Yeah.
Do you have
ever.
like a goal dive that you want to accomplish?
Ooh,
Like,
okay. So what I would like to do is, I can't remember the numbers, but like a front dive with like a hurdle. So when they get on and they do like the jump and then they do the front dive, if I could get that by the end of it, that would
is
be.
that like where people go up and then they do that and then?
And they have this and then they go out. Yeah. That would be
Oh,
fun
yeah.
to do.
Yeah. A swan dive? That's not the same thing, is it?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know what any of them call. I know there's like each dive has a number, and I remember so like it's like 101 and then B, and I think 1 is like front, 2 is back, 1's arm stand. I don't know. I need to do more research on it. And then they have like how many twists you do. So in our class we have lots of different levels, and there's this one person who I think has been doing it for a while because he'll just go up there and do these like beautiful rotations and just into the water. It's just so beautiful to watch every single time. Yeah. So
Do they do like in teaching stuff? Like, is there a non-water? You know, like in gymnastics, they'll like do things into the foam pit and stuff like that.
yeah.
To like practice the moves. Is there something similar, or is it just there's the water, there's your foam pit?
So in theory, there should be. So for our class, we don't have it. We just have the water. But in theory, you would have like, you would do a lot of things on the dry land and kind of get some of those movements before going to the water.
Right, like so you can like train your brain to like I have
to be able
spun
to do this. Yeah.
twice now. Now I've got to straighten
And
out.
then it's time to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. Is this like all right? Immersion in Colombia and just jumping in the deep end. Like, is this? Do you have more hobbies and things that you've tried over the years that are based on like?
Just
That looks hard.
Ooh, but you know what though? I've never thought of the hobby as hard. I think so specifically for diving, I try to do things that scare me. And if it scares me, then I try to like turn off my brain when I know what I'm supposed to do, and so I try to turn off my brain so I'm not scared. Because if I'm
Yeah.
scared, then I'll stop doing it. So I think, but no, diving is just something I always wanted to do. And then the Columbia one, I don't know, I wasn't scared on it, like, because I had been there a few
You've been. That's
times, and
true. That's
like,
true.
but yeah, most of the time I'm not really scared with traveling though. It's like I've done it before. I kind of know what to expect. Most big cities are kind of similar-ish. So
Yeah. Yeah. The,
yeah.
the place that's scary to travel now is the U.S. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. More hobbies, more passions.
What else do I
I'm
do?
so enamored with these so far.
Oh, I'm like, what else do I do? Hobby. I guess, is it a hobby? I like to cook. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like those are hobbies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
You're
just
gonna be like, I do lobster upside down pineapple flambe because it scared me.
no, no,
pineapple
no.
lobster.
Lobster. All of those. You know what though? Pineapple and lobster might actually be good together.
I think that could work.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, new
Uh,
menu item unlocked.
Because you can
yeah.
grill both of them. Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, and then I was
Yeah.
thinking like the sweetness and the acidity from the pineapple could be kind of interesting. Ooh, and then if you did like a pineapple butter and then drizzled it on top of the lobster.
Okay, wait.
How about jalapeno pineapple butter?
Ooh, okay, yes. So a little bit of, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay, I don't know where to get lobster. I know you can get lobster in New York. I just don't know where. But that could be interesting.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I think you've just
What's your
invented
favorite?
a new food.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Do you have a favorite dish?
Ooh, no, I don't. So I just had like a Spanish conversation class where we watch like either like a movie or TV show or stuff like that. And the one that we recently watched had stuff to do with cooking. And so he asked, and I was like, I don't know. I think, okay, so if I'm gonna have like a dinner that friends come over, I usually do gumbo because it's like it's something that's like can be impressive, but it also doesn't take like that long, or it's a lot of just like set it and forget it kind of stuff, and that can
Yeah.
serve a lot of people. Yeah, I want to get. I love desserts, so I'd like to get better at that. Yeah.
Mm. What kind of dessert would you like to make?
Well, I haven't made it this summer, but I love a key lime pie.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yes.
yeah. And so I'm super lactose intolerant, so I've been trying to figure out how to make key lime pie without, because you can buy like oat milk, condensed milk, right? But there's a chemical reaction that I quite don't understand that happens when it's egg and it's like not dairy. It doesn't solidify properly, so I need to figure out how to get it to. I need to
Yeah,
figure out the chemistry behind it
because it
to
doesn't have like
Mm.
casein or something in it like
yeah,
that,
like
right?
there's
Yeah.
something, yeah, there's something missing, so it doesn't. So I need to figure that out, and then once I can figure that how to make a good dairy-free one, yeah, I'll do that
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
I want to hear how that turns out. That sounds
yeah,
awesome.
Mhm.
it'll be fun. It
Do
tastes
either of
good. It
you,
just doesn't look good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do either of you watch The Bear?
No, I've never. Okay, you know what? I've watched one episode before.
Mhm.
I've
I
seen the first two seasons. We've really been slow at getting into the third season. We haven't gotten there
Okay.
yet.
I just, like, before recording this episode, was like, I think I'm gonna start watching The Bear. And I watched, like, the first episode and a half. And yeah, this what you're describing of the lactose-free milk and the egg not emulsifying properly reminded me of like when they're flashing back to an old um, very high level restaurant and this poor sous chef is like, no, the sauce is separating, do it again, and then this head honcho guy comes and like verbally berates the main character. But
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
glad that
remember
you
that
don't
one.
have that guy. We don't want that guy.
No, no. It's funny because so I remember hearing a lot about the bear, and I've like spent a lot of time working in restaurants, like as a server and a bartender. And so I
Mm,
remember watching that episode, and I was just like, this is giving me stress, like I'm working in the thing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to enjoy it. So I think that's why I watched like 2 episodes and thought, okay, this is good, but this is really stressful, so I'm probably not gonna continue
yeah,
because it's just like
totally.
it brought me back to working in restaurants.
I've
Yeah.
heard that a lot, and I think it's totally fine to opt out for your own. Like, I don't have to feel bad when I watch entertainment. Like,
Yeah.
I can opt out of that. That's why I don't
Mhm.
watch horror movies. It's like, I don't like being scared. I don't want to be scared, so I don't have to watch this.
That's
And
true.
if somebody has opinions about that, it's fine because Elvira exists and we can watch that instead.
Yeah.
So.
And Megan 2.0 exists, and that wasn't a horror. That was a comedy, and that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. But you said bartending, and I remember, I think on your website you said something about you like to make a cocktail. Is
Oh
that
yeah,
true?
uh-huh. I do like to make a good cocktail. So I put on my website because I think I still have it. I need to go back on there. But I had this like cocktail series that I'd done, like a personal project that I did. And so for that, then I was doing lots of research to figure out the recipes and then trying to figure out like the easiest way to teach someone who hadn't done it before. So yeah.
Mm.
Do you have
Tell us
any?
more.
Yeah, I want to hear more about your favorite cocktails.
Ooh, okay. So for me, my favorite one, oh, okay. So it depends. I really like bourbon and ginger ale, really easy. And then
Oh
I like
yeah.
a gin and tonic. Like for most of the restaurants I go to, that's like my standard. Ooh, I like a French 75 and then a gimlet. A gimlet. Yes.
These are pretty classic.
Yeah, pretty
What is,
classic.
what is a French 75?
So French 75, I believe, is gin, champagne, lemon juice. Am I missing anything? Maybe there's some simple syrup in there. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Mm.
That sounds nice.
Refreshing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice. So when I used to live in New Orleans like a long time ago, that's where I found out about the drink. So then I just kept drinking it other places.
Oh, I have some friends that every time they go to New Orleans, they have to go to that. There's a casino bar with like a spinning bar, and they have to
Ooh.
get a gin and tonic there every time they go.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Is this like the alcoholic version of a sushi train or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a weird choice. Like I understand like a restaurant spinning, but a bar spinning
Oh,
is
yeah.
like could
And it
get
would be hard to like, I don't know. Yeah, that could
Your
be kind
depth
of hard.
just
perception
pick a
starts
point.
like,
Just pick a
"Whoa."
point.
Pick a point. Yeah, like dance, you just have to pick a point to stare at.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I've recently discovered that I like drinks that I didn't like before.
Okay.
It's funny
like
getting
what?
a little older. So
Mm-hmm.
I never liked Negronis, and
Okay.
I have now discovered that I really, really, really like them.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
my entrance was we made Aperol spritzes,
Oh, nice.
uh, and then it was like my wife was like, "Hey, let's pick up some stuff and let's make Negronis," and I was like, "I hate those," but like I'm now starting to like get into like more challenging drinks, if that makes
Uh-huh.
sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely does. I think too, like as you get older, there's certain things that I swore that I hated. And then, like for instance, tripe. I was like, oh, I hate tripe. I don't like the texture of this. And then I went on a food tour when I was in Toronto like a few years ago, and they had tripe as one of the things, and I was like, okay, let me try this because I haven't tried it just because I said I didn't like it. I like to try it again. This
Yeah,
tripe was so delicious. It was so good. And I was like, okay, I guess it depends on who cooks it and the texture, but it's like I thought I hated this and I don't hate it anymore. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Technique has a lot to do with it, I
Oh,
think.
definitely. I think so.
I think tripe. I would have to like someone would have to make it really good, give it to me, and not tell me what it was.
And not tell you what it was. Yeah.
I think that if I know, I'm gonna always be a little because
Yeah.
that's how I was. I got some lingua tacos a couple years ago. Like tongue,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know. I was curious. I like got one, and I was making it halfway through, and then I was like, I feel like it's licking me back, and I just it just like my brain went, you know what this is, right? It's like
Yeah. It's tongue. Yeah.
it's tongue,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I was
can't do
adventurous
this.
for a half a taco.
Yeah.
Hey, you tried.
Yeah.
It's hard to get over that mental hurdle, and especially
Mhm.
when you're used to eating other parts of the animal, and it's like for some reason this part doesn't disturb me, but this part does.
But
But
this
it's
part
all
does.
mental, right? I think
Yeah.
it's all like
And
if you're
dissociative,
used to
I
it.
guess. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But that's so true, though. I went to a kind of a skewer pop up where it was different skewers of fish and meat, but it was the like fish and meat that you don't normally eat.
Okay.
And well, the one thing that was really surprising was a salad that they brought out first. And I went with a friend and we're both looking like, oh, these are mushrooms and some other things, and we're eating, and I'm like, what kind of mushroom is it? I think it's shiitake because it's kind of meaty, and we're like, I don't know what kind it is, but it's really good, and we're just like, num num num, really enjoying the salad, and then we're like, okay, let's check the menu to see what it is. It was pig ear.
Oh,
It was
okay.
pig ear that they had prepared and
Like
sliced, and it
crispy
looked like sliced mushrooms, and
mushrooms.
the
Yeah.
texture was like sliced mushrooms. I completely thought we were eating like a salad, but no, it had like pig ear in it, and I
Interesting.
loved it.
See, that's what I need to not know,
Hmm.
because I
To
would have a
not
hard
know.
time
Yeah.
going in
It's like I
probably.
ate a whole pig ear and had no idea, and I was
And no
totally,
idea.
totally
Interesting.
delighted.
Yeah.
I look at my
Um,
dog's ears sometimes though, and I go,
Oh yeah, no.
Probably not. But I feel like with pig ear too, especially because it can get like really crispy, and then it would
Yeah.
be like what chicharrones, which I think is just the skin like really
skin,
crisped
yeah.
up. So it could be some. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the
could be similar.
same deal. Um, Sorry to any vegans out there. I do eat
Yeah,
vegetarian
sorry.
90% of the time, but
Oh yeah, no. I grew up not vegetarian, but like a lot of Nigerian food just normally tends to be pretty vegetarian, and then we add like a piece of meat or a piece of fish. So
hmm
most of my meals tend to be a lot vegetable forward, but
yeah.
I still like pig ears and crispiness and bacon too. So
hmm
yeah.
Yeah, no, sometimes it's nice. Um, oh, so Penny, what's your like go-to drink? Like Eniola was mentioning the French 75, and what's your typical?
Well, like right now, and maybe it's a summer thing. Maybe the Negroni and the Aperol Spritz makes it a summer thing. But my classic is an old fashioned is
Ooh,
my
okay.
favorite. I love an old fashioned, but I don't know. It really depends. Like if I'm having like a really like heavy, luscious like dinner at like a steakhouse or something like that, like I would like a little scotch after or something like that, which I normally don't drink alcohol straight. I don't even drink
Mhm.
that much, but like sometimes you just get in the mood.
Mhm.
hmm
That's
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. What about you?
my go-to is normally I really like a rum and coke, but it's like usually when I'm at a bar, we're already in the evening, and so
Mhm.
having something with caffeine will get to me.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, I gotta find an alternative, even though I love the taste of rum and coke. I need to find something else that's caffeine free.
Mhm.
Dark and stormy. I like a dark
Ooh.
and stormy,
Mhm. Me too.
and those are also pretty like light and refreshing because they have lime typically.
Mhm.
Um,
They
those are
sound like they're
tasty.
going to be hard drinks, and then they turn out to just be delicious.
I
Mhm.
know.
Mhm. Yeah.
hmm What was it like bartending when, well, that is something, did you used to bartend too?
Yeah. Mhm.
What was that like for you? Because I think bartending can be kind of like, it depends.
Yeah. I liked it for the most part. So I bartended at this place called Manning's in New Orleans, which is like a football bar. It's Archie Manning's restaurant, pretty much. And so for the most part, it was like pretty easy. But then like Super Bowl days or game days or anything like that would just be really, really busy. But a lot of it was just like, okay, someone wants a beer, so it's like relatively easy drinks, but someone's at the door. That's okay. My sister will get it. Uh, but yeah,
Have them
no.
on. Have them on the pod. Come on, bring them over.
Got it. Yeah. But no, for the most part, I mean, I like it. I like being able to like put together different styles of drinks and things like that. Um,
hmm
yeah, so those ones are really fun. And then yeah, you just get to talk to people, and I found it a really good way to maintain my like social skills. Because I felt like, especially working from home a lot, some of like it's a skill you have to keep working on, and so yeah, bartending really helped for that kind of stuff because you talk to
Yeah.
lots of different types of people all the time, so super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part is really attractive to me, but then the idea that like you're going to get a lot of drunks that you have to deal with is
Yeah,
less fun sounding.
surprisingly, I didn't get that many drunks. There were definitely there were definitely some, but I think it depends. Well, actually, I was gonna say like maybe the more upscale, the less drunk you have. But no, there
Yeah.
are some people who come into very upscale places and they're very drunk. So I guess
Yeah.
it just depends. Yeah.
Hmm.
For 3 weeks in Savannah, I worked at a downtown 24-hour gas station as like, just the only person there at midnight
Oh.
shift, midnight to 8 a.m.
Wait, what was that place?
Oh,
Was that
Parker's?
Fancy Parker's?
Fancy Parker's on
You
Drayton.
worked at Fancy Parker's?
I did,
I'm
and I
so
quit after
jealous.
3 weeks
I love
because,
Fancy Parker. Okay, sorry.
oh, it's great. It was awesome. It was great. We would always, like, I walked there middle of the night all the time working on projects to get a coffee, and like,
Yeah.
I always knew all the people that worked there, and no, it was
Shout
right.
out to any Savannah and SCAD people who know
Yeah.
what Fancy Parker's is.
So yeah, I worked at Parker's in like probably 2000, I think, was around when it was, and god damn the drunks, and just the craziest people in Savannah just popping in. The most polite were the drag queens. They were the best.
Oh, 100%. They're always
Nice.
the most polite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wait,
that part's
12
not
to
so
8 a.m. Oof, yeah, I feel like you would get some really, yeah. I can imagine some of the people you would get from that time. Just people who had like been drinking all day and then came in as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And so that's where I'm like, I think that's where my stage fright for bartending is.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man. Now I'm getting nice fun
Savannah.
flashbacks of like 4 a.m. Like, let's get in the car and drive around and go to Parker's, get a snack, and
Oh my God, let's go to Crystal.
yeah.
Oh, so I was only in Savannah for like one semester because I went to SCAD, but I went to the Atlanta campus.
Did you? Oh
Yeah.
no way. Okay,
Mhm.
awesome.
So
Scappies.
oh yeah, all the bees, yeah.
Yay.
So I don't remember going out that much because I'm pretty sure I was just like exhausted, and so I just like went back home and slept. But yeah, I didn't really get to explore Savannah when I was there.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. What would we recommend, Penny? What are some highlights of Savannah?
Well, all right. Do you know that I went maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago with Lisa to show her around. We discovered a restaurant we never even heard of that's been there 100 years. You ever heard of Crystal Beer Palace?
What?
No, I don't think so.
The Crystal Beer Palace. I used to live around the corner from it, and we were just like walking one night, and we're like, oh, look at this. This is a restaurant. Is this new? And it was like founded in 18 whatever, or something. And there's just so many great places in Savannah.
Yeah. I remember all my student hangouts, so they're all just like the places to get cheap food. So like Sly's
Yeah.
Burgers and Fries. I think that was a newer addition.
Mhm.
Like I don't think it was there while you were there, Penny, but I loved
No.
they were like you could get fries for $3 or something, which is weird.
There was
The
one place
fries are
on
just-
Whitaker that changed every year. It was a different, it was like a burrito place, and it was a burger place. And then it was a,
Yeah. I think I might know the one you're talking about. I don't know if it was right across from one of the school buildings. If that was Whitaker. But there was a place that I used to love there. They had like soup salad sandwich kind of menu.
oh,
They served
666?
No. It was Butterhead Greens.
Okay.
But
Oh, I don't know
Butterhead
this
Greens
one.
used to have this veggie burger that the veggie patty was so tasty, and they served it with some kind of aioli and I think spinach or something, and it was divine. And then they went out of business, and I still I want to track down who the owner was so I could be like, what was the recipe? Because I've never had a better veggie burger.
Oh yeah.
Veggie sandwich. It was so good. Foxy Loxy is a classic.
Foxy Loxy. Okay.
That's still there. That's like a nice cafe.
Hmm.
And I don't know, like just walking on River Street is a fun experience, being right on the water, and they have the Savannah Bee Company there, so you could do your sampler
honey
of different
tastings?
honeys. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
Savannah.
nice.
Cool.
What was Atlanta like for SCAD? Atlanta didn't exist as a SCAD thing when I was there.
So I did motion media design. So like we were in the digital DMG, digital media. Well, I can't even remember what it stands for. But anyway, there was like the main campus, and then there was like all the digital people, where like animation, motion, VFX, and all that. So I had 2 teachers. So pretty much I just hung out with those 2 teachers and people who were. So it was like, I think when I went to Savannah, I was surprised about just how many different teachers you all had and how big the program was.
Yeah.
And you all had like more classes than we had, or like different
Mm,
types of classes that I wasn't able to take.
hmm
So,
They
but
did. I know
yeah.
that in Atlanta, there was this one professor who was really cool because she was involved in a lot of stop motion stuff. Because I know in Atlanta they
Okay.
have like a puppetry museum there.
Hmm.
Did you ever go there while you were in Atlanta?
Puppetry? No, I don't think so. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I don't remember her name, but I feel like she had glasses and like maybe like a short gray bob.
Mm-hmm.
And she taught stop motion because I took one stop motion class while I was there.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
her.
Hmm.
She's cool, but I'm also
Yeah.
blanking on her name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I don't remember.
It's because I don't think I ever interacted directly with her, but I knew of her. But
Hmm.
she was cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, the puppetry place is really neat. If anybody happens to find themselves in Atlanta and want a cool, different thing to do, check out their puppetry museum. It's a neat place.
Nice.
They had like Jim Henson puppets there and stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, that's
in
cool.
New York, we have that here at the Museum of the Moving Image, but
Uh-huh.
it's still neat to have that in other places too, so you don't have to go all the way to New York.
Yeah. All the way to Queens to go see what's called. I took a picture because I think Kermit was there, and then like Big Bird was there too. And I
Mhm.
love. Okay, Cookie Monster is my favorite, but they didn't have Cookie Monster there. So all the rest of them they had it. It was really.
We're going home. There's no Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster's not here. No, I follow Cookie Monster on Instagram, and it's really fun. Really fun. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I tried like eating an ice cream sandwich like recently, and I want to go Cookie Monster on that ice cream sandwich, but I have sensitive teeth, and so it's like
Yeah.
I can't
You
get
can't
in
do that.
there.
No, no.
I'm like, ouch, it hurts to bite.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, you don't want to do that. He wastes so many cookies.
I know
falling
the
out of
cookies
his
just
mouth.
like go everywhere.
They explode. Yeah. But if
Oh
we really
man.
want to, we can.
Let's see. What else? Is there anything else? I don't want to miss anything.
I know it's like now thinking about like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, all the like art stuff in general. Like last summer, I took a risograph class. That was
What
really
is that?
fun. So there's like a big machine that does risograph, like printing, and so it does it color by color. And usually you can do, I think, up to 4 colors. And so you can like illustrate or design whatever you want, and then you print it out like 4 colors at a time. And it's just like a cheap way to reproduce things that you printed out or things that you designed. So
Mhm.
Oh, that sounds
it
really
was
cool.
fun because
Yeah.
I spent so much time on the computer. I wanted to do something else.
I love risograph. I have like a bunch around me right now, like
Hmm.
in front of me on my wall. I have risograph prints because
Hmm.
I love the very vibrant. They're almost like highlighter bright inks that get printed with risograph printers, and I've always liked that like super bright color palette. And so every time I go to a comics fest or something, I'm just like, yes, 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 I'll take
Yeah.
this. But the risograph stuff is interesting because the printer that prints them, it's like a literal big, it looks like an office machine
Hmm.
that you would
Yeah.
see, but it creates these beautiful, brightly vivid prints. But
Hmm.
they're like, there's only so many in the world, like, because
Yeah.
it's an old printer too, right?
I think so. I think they were, okay, I might be wrong, but were they invented in like the 80s or something to
I
be an
want to say.
alternative? It's like a Japanese brand. And then,
Hmm.
yeah, so there are not that many of them.
Yeah. So that's another, if you really wanted to try another in the deep end hobby, become like a risograph technician, and then
Ooh,
you'll only
yeah,
get to visit like the 100 or so machines in the
that
world.
could be cool. Very specialist subject.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, in LA, I think it was LA. There was like one dude who like fixed film cameras of a certain kind, like Bolex film
Ooh,
cameras or something like
okay.
that. And it was like that person. He just lives off in the hills, and like always has a career because
Hmm.
no one else knows how
Because
those
no one
things
else knows.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I think is great.
Yeah, truly, you never know what's going to become trendy again, because I think vinyl records were going that route for a while. It was like
Mhm.
nobody's buying these, so all these factories that used to press them have closed. There's only a few left, and then suddenly, I guess younger generations, they like tactile analog stuff and collecting. They're like, oh, I like vinyl, and now it's exploded, and now it's like the two vinyl pressers that are left. They will continue um, just pressing vinyl as fast as they can. They're at capacity, and so it's like, well, you never know. If you had that knowledge, you'd be really in demand right now.
Technically not work talk.
Hmm?
It's technically not work talk. We're talking about different job.
Oh,
Wait, can you all hear me?
I think nerding out is also
Yeah.
general. Yeah, this isn't for profit. This is just being weird.
Wait.
Yeah, Eniola, tell us about you. Like you're a traveler, world traveler. You picked up languages through immersion. You're tackling your heights by diving from high heights.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's very cool. And you like cooking and making drinks and bartending.
Yeah.
It's a diverse spread. I like it. Do you
Yeah.
find that it informs your work and like how you?
I think so. So I never thought I had a style, but sometimes when people look at my illustration work, they're like, "Oh, you have a style." And I think it's a lot of the colors that I see like every day. And so like yeah, traveling to different countries and you get to see what colors that people are using or like the flowers in that country that you don't get to see, you know, in New York or things like that. So usually what I try to do is I have my camera and I'll take photos and, you know, so I can remember the colors and things. Um, and then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the diving one is because I just sports and drawing people, and so that's really kind of fun. But yeah, I think
That like fearlessness of that, of like tackling your fears, makes me think that you never feel you have imposter syndrome. Like,
no, I don't.
yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
I would
I
put money
don't.
on it.
Yeah, but I think, but this is the thing though, is I think the reason why I don't have imposter syndrome, and I know there are some people who do, but I think anywhere I've ever been, I never worried that I didn't get there because I wasn't qualified. Usually by the time I get there, I've been qualified for like 5 years. And so by the time I get there, I'm not like, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm like, oh, I knew how to do this 5 years ago. Now you finally let me show you that I can do it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real.
Speaking of diving, I want to bring this old banner that I forgot we had. Aaron
Oh,
Sorowski loves to high dive.
yes, he does. That's so cool. That's so cool.
I don't even remember the context. We'll have to go
I
back.
don't
Like,
either.
That's so cool.
viewers, listeners, go back to our episode where we interviewed Aaron Sorowski and comment on how this banner came out because I don't remember.
It's really cool. I'm gonna have to go and listen to that one.
I like what you said about feeling like, okay, well, now you just realized, that I am in fact knowledgeable and experienced, and I feel that, and that reminds me of animation history in general, because with women in animation, they used to be only relegated. It's like you can't animate; you can only work in the ink and paint department. This is like at Disney,
Hmm.
and then so fast forward, it's like, okay, that's our starting point. And then later you build this whole industry out of it, and now we're entering the workplace. But then you have this weird power dynamic of a lot of like, it's a male-dominated field,
Hmm.
but some might believe like that's for a reason. Like, oh, it's
Hmm.
because you can't measure up. And it's like, no, it's because I could do it and you didn't let me.
Yeah. Hmm. Definitely.
Like, we've been qualified to do this kind of stuff. So it's
Hmm.
just like, you got to open the door.
Did
But,
I tell you about our when I was on the panel, Women in NoGraph, at NAB in 2018? I think it was 18.
I don't think
And
so.
there was like 4 or 5 of us, and God, I can't remember who all was there. Caitlin Kaju, whatever. And there was 2 really super rude dudes who were in the audience, reporters for like whatever. And I came down the stairs, and one of them was talking the ear off of one of my fellow panelists, and was pushing back on the idea of like, well, don't you think that like if there's not a lot of women in this industry, it's probably because women don't like to do this kind of technical work.
Right.
And I
That's
was
the
like,
most like ignorant statement.
you came to a Women in MoGraph panel where we're talking about the sort of like systemic thing of and like, and this is what you're like cornering one of the panel, like unbelievably out of touch.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
like, little do you know, I could be diving instead of doing this right now. So
I always think about it too, because I'd mentioned like I'd worked as like server and a bartender, and I always think about it in like restaurants where people are like, oh, there are not that many women in restaurants, and I'm like, yeah, but a lot of people think whatever, because I don't believe in all that gender bullshit anyway, but they're like, oh yeah, women should be able to cook, like that's what you learn at home. But it's as soon as it's like it gets out of the house to the restaurant that they're like, oh, women can't cook, and I'm like, yeah, but
yeah,
you think
which
all your women can cook at home, so where's
yeah,
the
totally. It's like, okay, so you want us
Yeah.
to make you a sandwich, but we're not qualified enough to run the restaurant? Okay.
Yeah.
It's the whole
Sure.
cook versus chef like thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Cook versus chef. So
It's
It's a
bullshit.
lot. There's a lot of stuff like that. That if
Yeah.
it's women's work, it's like it's not real art if all you do is embroidery or fiber art, and it's like
Yeah.
actually
it
it
is.
takes hours of
Yeah. It
skilled
takes so
handiwork.
long. And
Yeah.
it's so
Do you
cool.
have the patience? I don't think you do.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's your dose of feminism on NoGraph today. Yeah, and I agree about the variety of everything that you've done in life. Also, you find a variety in work, I think, because of that mindset of like, I'm not holding myself back from anything. I'm not going to say no to myself. I'm just going to take the opportunity. Is that accurate, you think?
I think so. And it's always, I like to be challenged. I like to be seated next to the best person in the room so I can get better too. Like, slightly selfishly, I'm like, ooh, they're good. I want to get good, just as good as them. And so, yeah, I think being kind of quote unquote fearless on some other things also translates into work as well.
Yeah.
Well, so often it's like, you know, like, I mean, there's so many things that hold us back in society, but like a big one is us, you know, like is that whole imposter syndrome or like, you know, just any kind of, well, you know, they're not hiring me because I'm not good enough or something like that. You do not give that vibe at all.
I'm like,
At
I'm
all.
the most qualified I've ever been. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's really good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love it.
Thanks.
I think that's a perfect note to leave it on, honestly. Yeah. Thank you so much, Eniola, for joining us and telling us all about the things you do when you're not at your desk.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks for having me.
Where can people find you?
Ooh, so they can find me on Instagram. It's first name dot last name. And then my website is firstnamelastname.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go give Eniola a follow, everybody.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's right. There's so many of y'all in New York, man. I gotta get up there and we gotta have a NoGraph hangout.
Yeah, meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about that every time we interview someone from New York.
We do, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Eniola, this was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. And join us on the next episode of NoGraph. Bye.
Bye, y'all.